Hey everyone, it's Paul. Welcome to Module 2. So, hopefully, you've been thinking about how you do things, being consciously aware, thinking about the pictures that we create in our heads, and all that good stuff, okay? And having a play with changing the colours and moving it around and intensifying the sound or whatever. So, you shouldn't be looking at my very messy desktop there. So what we're going to do now is we're moving on to actually getting some goals set and getting some good stuff going. Okay, so we're going to start with this sheet, which you'll see attached to this lesson, and this is linking where we've been, where we've looked at being consciously aware and how we take information in and put that information out in those representations, representations around us. And we're going to look inside ourselves and see what motivates us. Now, let me tell you why this is important. When I did this exercise on the course, I thought that my sort of driver, if you like, the thing that drove me was freedom. And I thought to just sit and watch TV all day. And I do have days like that, obviously, when I just want to chill out a bit if I've been working hard. But the lifestyle I wanted was one where I could kind of wake up in the morning and, if I wanted to go out for breakfast, yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll come back and maybe play guitar a bit or, indulge in a hobby, watch a bit of TV, go to the movies. That was the life I always wanted. And yet I was working hard and putting a lot of hours in. And then after we went through this exercise, I really found out that what drove me wasn't that at all. It was actually having a challenge. I like to have a challenge. So subconsciously, I was kind of making all these challenges for myself that stopped me resting and everything and just having that kind of lazy life. And it's because I really didn't want the lazy life, okay? I love to have a challenge. Now, when I found that out and it all kicked into place for me, things really started to happen because I started to set myself challenges. I managed it. I set myself challenges ranging from little challenges, so I felt good and rewarded myself when I accomplished them, to larger challenges which required what we call the outcome model, which we're going to start on in this module. So this is how this sheet works. What really motivates you? Step 1, list your strengths, your talents, your skills, competences, and up to 10. If you want to do more, you can use a separate sheet. But examples here. Now, some people are saying, well, no, I'm not really good at anything. You are, okay? You might have communication skills, you might be good at teaching, you might be sociable, you might be good at coaching people, you might be good at going to networking events and networking with people, you might be a good listener, you might be good at sport, you might play a musical instrument really well, you might keep the house really tidy, unlike my office here. You might keep the house really tidy. You might be a great driver. You might be a great chef or cook. You might be really good at interior design or decorating or whatever it is, gardening. There are things that you do that you are good at and better than other people at. That's a fact, okay? So then there will be something that you are good at. Okay, doesn't mean you're the best in the world at it, but there's stuff that you are good at. And you're going to write these down here, 1 to 10. And then step 2, we're going to look at some achievements that you've done. Again, 10 is ideal. You can do more if you want, separate sheet. So, people tell me I haven't achieved anything. Well, what about passing a driving test? What about learning to cook? What about getting a promotion at work, learning to play that musical instrument? Do you run your own business? Did you start an online business? Are you in a relationship? Do you have children? Have you won any awards, any recognition? Have you got a badge for swimming or anything like that? There will be stuff that you have achieved, okay? You don't necessarily need a certificate or a cup or anything, or a trophy or anything. Just what have you achieved, okay? Something that you have achieved. And it might be that you finally mastered how to play that song on your guitar or whatever it is you play. Maybe you got an accolade at work or something like that. So 10 things that you've achieved, okay? So that's all there is to it. So now you need to jump to sheet 2, which is this one. It's a spreadsheet. Let me just take that down a little bit so it all fits on. So how this one works is the achievements that you've just done, you write across the top in here, okay? So in here, You know, one of my achievements might be, you know, I passed the NLP, passed my NLP exam. Okay, well, exams up. I've done 3 now. Got another one to go. So that's my past NLP, and then in here I'm going to put what motivated me to do it, and you're going to give it a score. Well, you don't have to give it a score actually. I just need to put that, well, money was a motivator because I wanted to use it to get good at business, basically. Recognition. No, I didn't really do it for recognition. Pleasure, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Avoid pain, well, I guess. A challenge, yes, that was on there. Feelings of accomplishment, yeah. Obligation, no, it wasn't an obligation. No, I didn't feel any pressure to do it from anybody. Winning, I guess so. Acceptance, no, not really. Friendship, no, I did it for me. To help others, no, it wasn't originally, but if I was filling this in now, I'd put yes, you see, because I've changed as I've done the course. To make connections, no. To give me security, yes. And to give me freedom. So the next one on my list, let's say it was learn to play guitar, for example. Whoops, I can't spell guitar. So learn to play guitar. So was it for money? No, I wasn't doing it to make money for business. Recognition, no. For pleasure, yes. Okay, to avoid pain, no. A challenge, yes. Feelings of accomplishment, yes. No obligation, no pressure, not winning. Acceptance, no. Friendship, no. To help others, no. Connection, security, freedom. Yeah, because I wanted to be free so I could play my guitar, so I guess that was in there. You see, and you go through, and it's like, okay, pass driving test. Whoops, pass driving test. For money, yes, so I could go and get a job in another city where I could earn more. Recognition, no. Pleasure, I guess yes, so I could go and drive when I wanted. Avoid pain, yes, because I don't like using public transport. A challenge, yes. You see, and all this stuff came up, and as you go through, you see already mine's sort of starting to filter around this. Challenge, feelings of accomplishment, pleasure. Obligation, I probably did feel a bit obliged. No, it wasn't obligation, but it was a bit of pressure because a lot of my other peers were learning to drive and I wasn't at the time. Winning, no. Acceptance, no. Friendship, to help others, yeah, because I ferry people around. Security, freedom, yeah, definitely. Okay, and then as I carried on going through, my challenge column was practically full. So what it is, you go through and you add this up. So I mean, I could have more. So at the minute, this one would be 2. Okay, that's nothing. That would be 3. That would be 2. That would be 3. That would be 3. That's a 1. That's a 1, nothing, nothing. To help others is a 2, that's a 1, and that's a 3. So you see why you need to do more. It's all about you guys. I don't need to see this. Nobody else needs to see this. This is all about you. So you can be totally honest with yourself. Okay, so then what you do is you come and you look and you go, okay, so what are my main motivators? Well, pleasure, okay, a challenge, feelings of accomplishment, freedom as well. Okay, so in this case freedom's there, but as I went through, these numbers changed. So okay, so I knew that challenge was actually more of a motivator for me. So that's a little self-discovery thing for you. Please be honest. So what we're going to look at now, having done that, and you can pause the video, you can go and do this now, or you can, I suggest you fill it in at your leisure. I've put a sheet together and I've called it Setting Your Outcome Sat-Nav. Put that up. So, I've tailored mind hacking to marketers, okay? But obviously there's going to be more, there's more to life than just your business. So we're going to pull some of that in because everything is interrelated, okay? Different aspects of our life interact with each other. And something you have to realise, why I've called this a sat-nav. If you have a sat-nav and you put in the destination, you tell it where you want to go, unless it knows where you are now, it can't take you there. So you need to know where you are now, and you also need to know where you want to go. And I really want to emphasize again that this here, kind of everything falls into place after these first three modules. The first module was looking at how our brain works and becoming consciously aware. The second module is actually getting your destination and your start point. Okay, the next module, module 3, I'm going to show you how to start forming these outcomes so that you're going to hit them, how to put them over. And then we're going to start motoring at a pace with the rest of the modules, using the techniques that work on all this stuff. Now this is really where the rubber meets the road, guys. This is worth taking your time over because everything else will follow from this. Okay, this will allow you to start working out what it is you want and how you're going to get there. Okay, and the mind hacks are definitely a big part of that to get you where you want to go. So so like I've already said, you know, sat-nav needs to know where you are, you know, to take you there. Be brutally honest. Again, nobody else needs to see this. And I said on the sales page, you know, we start with a week to do this. Now, you're going to get access to all the modules. Okay, they're all there. But I really do want you to take your time with this. You know, you should. This isn't. At worst, really, it's an evening, okay? It'd take an evening to do it, but really you should probably take at least 2-3 days to actually work through this and think about it and really think about what you want. So, okay, so let's dive in. So, you're going to write 4 lists. List 1, what do you want and already have in your life? I want to live in Cornwall, I've already got it, okay? So that's kind of, yeah, that's what I want, I've already got it. So in other words, you might not want to let it go, okay? So this is stuff that's good. Generally, what do you want and already have? List 2, what do you want but don't have? Okay, so I want better health. Okay, I want to lose some weight. I've made inroads into that, but I want to be healthier this year. I don't have good enough health. Okay, for my mind, but I'm in the right place now, and so I can go for walks and maybe run. And there's a gym. I might go and join the gym. Right, list 3, what you don't want but already have in your life. So this is stuff you want to get rid of, okay? So, you know, I don't want, you know, what is it? I don't want a drive I can't use, but I've got a drive I can't use because it's too steep, and when I drive on it, my car catches, okay? So I don't want a drive I can't use. I don't want an inactive drive. I want a drive I can use, for example, okay? But it can be, you know, I don't want this fear of going to the next level, but I've got it, okay? Can be that as well. And then list 4 is what you don't want and don't have. Now this list, I thought about it and I thought that's a silly one because that could go on forever. But actually, when you think about it, it's what comes to mind is what's right. So what comes to mind very quickly, like, you know, I don't want ill health came to mind because I'm okay at the minute. I want to get healthier. But I'm okay. But what really came to mind is I don't want to be really ill. So that, what comes to mind, the first impression is generally the right answer. Okay. So these are your priorities of things that you really don't want and don't have, so you can avoid them. Again, sat-nav you can program to avoid sort of motorways if you don't like driving on motorways. So that's where that comes in. Okay. So you take your results. And I say again, take your time. I did mine over a couple of days, and a glass of wine here and there, which is good, makes it more fun. So which one did you find the easiest to create? Are all the lists of equal importance, or are some more important than others to you? You know, what is it that's really motivating you? So now you're going to prioritize them. Okay, start with the things you want to change the most. To help, ask this question: what change, if it were possible, would make the biggest difference in my life? So as you're looking at those lists, you want to be asking that question: what change, if it were possible, would make the biggest difference in my life? And I'm going to say this, you can read it, but I'm going to say it. Remember, sometimes a small change can make a massive, massive, massive difference. If you think about an aeroplane or a ship, and it's got to go from point A to point B. Now, a plane in theory goes in a straight line, okay? But if it's just 1 degree off at the start, 1 degree, but if it's got to go from there to there in a straight line, but it's 1 degree off right at the start over here, by the time it reaches there, it's probably missing, okay? So a small change that you make now can have a massive difference, certainly down the line. So you're going to take your items on list 3, which is what you don't want but already have in your life. And this is important, as you'll see in module 3, but you're going to take those things that you don't want but already have in your life, and you're going to turn it into a positive statement, i.e. what you want but don't have. So example, if you want to lose weight, list 3, what do you want but already have? So you might put, I don't want to be fat, okay, but I already am fat. So it's better to say, rather than I want to lose weight, I want a slimmer, healthier body. Okay, so if you've written, what you don't want, fat, I'm too fat, you need to change that into a positive. I want a slimmer, healthier body. This is important because brains don't process negatives. Remember in the last module, don't think of a pink elephant. Your brain can't process the don't. It only, as soon as you say fat, lose weight, all your brain does is focuses on the fat, focuses on the weight. It might be, I don't want to be scared of, I don't want to be scared public speaking or doing video. You need to convert that into, I want to be a confident public speaker and great on video doing presentations. So there's the pink elephant idea, okay. Next one, we're going to make some more goals now. So, material goals. Write out a list of all the physical things that you want to improve your life. Cars, houses, maybe a vacation, a nice flash musical instrument, home cinema, swimming pool, surfboard, new TV, big TV, whatever it is that you want, okay? Material goal, write it in there. New clothes, new wardrobe, whatever. And place them in order of priority, so you know which ones are most important to you at this moment in your life. I've left room, but feel free to get your notebook and go to town, guys. This is your life now. You're taking control of your life. Unplugging from the matrix. So take time, dream big. Personal goals. Write a list of all the things you would like to become, i.e. knowledgeable, famous, musician, better partner. And this made me do what I did in NLP, guys. This is what drove me to do more learning. Okay, so things you'd like to become: better internet marketer, better network marketer, more confident, better musician, famous, that all goes in there. Again, place them in order of priority. And then this is one you've all been waiting for, right? I know. Economic goals. How much do you want to make this year? What about per month? What pension do you want? How much do you want to give to charity? How much have you got invested ideally? What would you like to have? Okay. All fantastic stuff, right? So take your time, dream big. And on the next page, we're going to apply some questions. And this is where this goes beyond normal goal setting, guys. This is where you're going to look at goals like you've never looked at them before. This is like, you don't see this in books, okay? So apply the following questions to each goal and rate each one on how compelling it is, 10 being the most compelling. Goals which have the highest score tend to be more likely to become reality. We'll cover that more detail in the next module. So, question 1. Are you sure that the goal is your own, or are you trying to achieve it for someone else? I used to try and achieve a lot because I'm married and I want to take care of my wife, okay, and my son. So I used to try and achieve things, not for me, for other people. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I still do it, but you're not fulfilling what your subconscious wants you to do, so you're going against the grain. When I stopped doing it, everything fell into place. Strange stuff, but it works. Okay, again, at this point, you're just being honest with yourself. Okay, there's no judgment from you, me, or anybody else. So does the goal fit in with everything? Sorry, does the goal fit in with everything, fit in all other areas of my life? Okay, does the goal fit in with everything? Let's get rid of that, doesn't it need that? Does it fit in with everything, with all other areas of my life? Make that better here and now. So, Does it fit in with everything else going on around you? Would having the new car affect anybody else? Would it affect, like for me, I can't use the drive because my car doesn't, it catches the drive, for example. Okay, will it affect anybody else? Right, okay, next question. Is anyone or anything going to suffer as a result of you going for and achieving the goal? If the answer is yes, then who or what? So for me, to achieve my goals, it took me away from relationship time because I was spending a lot of time on the computer building my business. Again, be honest, put it in. Does this goal really inspire you, get you fired up and raring to go? Now, I used to just try and pay the bills. And I don't know about you, but paying the bills isn't that exciting. When we really set on the goal and actually did this exercise, and it's like we're going to live in Cornwall, we're going to be able to go to the beach, we're going to be able to go to some of the places that we've been coming to on holiday quite a lot, and really enjoy them, it became a lot more compelling, okay, when we actually realised. So it's got to compel you, get you fired up. Can you really honestly see yourself reaching the goal? And we're going to do later on in module, whatever module it is, but we're going to do a module on overcoming limiting beliefs and how to uncover them. In fact, if you saw the free videos that I gave away, there was an exercise to uncover your limiting goals, your limiting beliefs. So can you really, honestly, truly see yourself achieving the goal? Like if you've put down I want to be an astronaut, do you really see yourself doing it? And if you have put an astronaut, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And maybe you will be an astronaut. But at this point in time, how likely does it seem to you? Will reaching your goal make you happier? Will having a new car, for example, make you happy? Will it really make you happy? Or will it be a fleeting happiness because the car you've got now was new to you once, right? So, you know, has that lasted forever? Will reaching your goal actually make you happier? Will it make you more secure, either emotionally or financially or both? Will reaching your goal enhance your relationships with other people? If so, who? Okay. And then what you do is you just want to give ratings for each of your material goals, 0 to 10, 10 being like the most compelling and most important to you. Then rate your personal goals, so you know what your most important personal goals are, and then do the same again for your financial goals, so you know what your most important financial goals are. Is it a yearly total? Is it a monthly total? Is it giving to charity? Is it being able to give maybe your partner an allowance to get them free from their job? You know, whatever it is, put it in there. So this is 4 pages, this document is 2 pages, so that's 6 pages, and then there's this one which is 7. So you've got some exercises to go through, guys. Don't whiz by, don't whiz to the next section until you've done this, because the next section relies on you doing this. And this, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're here, because this is really, really going to make a massive difference to you moving forward. Okay, and you might find that some of the hurdles that you thought were there, when you actually look at what's important to you, might just dissolve into nothing as you do this exercise. And this is really putting us on the path to freedom and achieving your outcome. Not goal, outcome. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in module 3, where we're going to show you how to put all this together into a well-formed outcome. We call it a well-formed outcome, so we know exactly where we're going. Okay, I'll see you on the next one.